Welcome to the channel. I'm SmileyFaceX and I'm going to put my Australian infantry experience to test in Door Kickers 2. Currently I have on a Blackout challenge. The second one of these were done. Follows two rule sets, the Iron Man rule set and the Blackout rule set, which is a random map generator mod. It also uses, I'm using 3 mods, so 2 just add options to the random map generator and 1 is the going in blind mod. But anyway, on the previous episode we tackled 2 missions. This one here, we had a very good hold of the outside area, but it also meant, because we lack a couple of numbers, it meant that most of our inside drills had to be done with 2 per. So it was actually a bit of a showcase of 2-man drills, and it went pretty well. We only lost 1 guy. And in the other one, we made a couple of mistakes early on where we tried to take fights that we really had no business taking, when we should have just been using our grenades and shit like that. So it ended up costing us a little bit of health, and we ended up with a couple of lightly injured dudes, but at the end of the day we did end up getting it done, so no real dramas there. We didn't lose anybody on this mission. Let's go on with today's episode. Let's go. Alright, so we're on 2 difficulty after the last one, and we're almost always using the Rangers here because the other squad only has fucking 2 or 3 guys left, but they're all militia, so we're not doing that. We're going to get Rizzler and Bluey, and that's our squad to take on this huge fucking level. Now, do I want to start over here or do I want to start over here? Let's think about it. I think we want to take out the big compounds earlier on, so let's duck around this way. Alright, I'm going to do some loadouts. I'll be back with you. Alright, there wasn't a whole lot to do with setups there. So we got our M4 carbine on Rizzler with a spy camera. I think the spy camera is a little bit risky because it is a valuable spot. However, I think it'll save us resources in the long run. So we're going to take that. And then Bluey is running our slaps as well as a shoddy because we just can't make use of a long gun right now. Alright, let's get this party started. We're going to go straight in for this fucking door, cover over the top, get old mate in there. Let's just have a look at what the entry looks like, and then we can decide if we need to use anything on it. Hopefully not. Okay, 1 guy, but he's right in front of it, so we should just be able to kick and kill. Beautiful. I didn't check if he had a vest on or anything like that, so that was probably my bad, but let's get in here and we can kick this as soon as we're ready. Beautiful. Now, there's definitely more chance of somebody being over to the right, so we want to approach it from the right. So we're looking at the left side. Yeah, I got so fucked up in my head just then. We're in the fatal funnel, but we can't get any better, so it is what it is. Pivot around the door. We can't see anything. It's a bit of a blind corner, this one, but we do have cover off this bench, so I'm willing to take it. Awesome. Let's get a cover man in place and keep going with this guy. So we've got a couple options here. There are some issues outside, but I don't think we can really spare the personnel. We're going to jump over here and camera this one off. See if we actually have to deal with it. It's a hallway, so we kind of do. Let's do the same thing over here, see what we're working with. Yep, 2 guys in here. Alright, this should be a relatively easy fix and a perfect use of a grenade. We'll do that on Alpha, make sure we have time to get across.
Alpha, go.
Two dead. Alright, now the hallway. Yeah, we definitely want to attack it from this side. And as long as this door's shut, we should be okay. Beautiful. There is a small risk of the outside area being a threat. Alright, let's jump across, cross over a little bit, and camera this one off as well. See if we can get away with not fucking around with this. Oh, we've got the HVT. No shit. Alrighty.
Hold it right there.
Hello, sir. If you don't mind, just hold where you are.
Hold it right there. Primary target secured.
Okay, we secured the HVT, which is awesome. We need to cover our way out now. And he is following. That's the second best thing to happen. Alright, the outside looks pretty good. Let's focus on our way forward. As soon as the HVT is passed, we can escape out. This still looks good, so we can just keep moving. And we don't have a smoke, so I think we are just tackling this outside area. We'll give it a little peek first. It actually looks good. Let's get all the way out. Please. Woohoo! Flawless. Alright, luckily we entered at the top and not on the eastern side of the compound. Otherwise, we'd be in a bit of drama fighting through all that. But I think we made really good use of our camera. We probably should have slowed it down just a little bit to double check the equipment that the guys were wearing, because I wasn't too aware of whether they had vests or not. And things like kicking it when they have a vest can be a bad idea unless you know for sure that you can shoot them before the stun wears off. But it was a really safe clearance overall, and we really didn't have to fuck around with much. We kind of just got in, got the HVT, and just fucked off out of there, which is exactly what you want to have for a two-man hideout. Double check the outside areas just to make sure. And then the way out's always sketchy. We've obviously got angles to do with the windows, anyone that comes in as reinforcements, and then the long angle, but didn't have to worry about any of it. We just got this little motherfucker and out we go. Alright, let's go on with the next one. We jump up 2 because it was flawless. Alright, like I said, we jump up 2, so we're up to 4 difficulty. Let's go, 888. Holy. Okay, so we do have our militia back in action, or we could run our two-man squad once again. So definitely, we've seen this level before, and the problem is that this fence requires a cutter to get through. So the militia actually don't have access to that, which means that the militia have to go in the hard way, which may be good, maybe bad. I think just because it's not set up for a two-man team, we should just use the SWAT. So let's get those boys in here. All right, let's go. We got Roxy. Where is he? Grub, Sizzler, Bangarang, and Spivey. What do we got? A hostage rescue. All right, I'm going to do some loadouts and I'll be back with y'all. All right, again, nice and quick. We're done with our loadouts. Our assaulters both have the same setup. We've got an M4 carbine with an ACOG, frag and a bang and a rocket launcher each. And then our militia all have the same thing as well. They're running an M16 plus a frag and a bang. The M16 is just the most versatile, so that's why we're going to do it this way. Alrighty, let's take our biggest angles with our most experienced lads. Okay, and everybody else can be in and stacking. Should we normally stack along a gate? Absolutely not. We should be waiting exactly where we are right now. But we're going to do it this way anyway. Okay, we're just gonna take the whole fucking thing and hold kind of the middle area. Holy, we can't take the whole thing because this is a barricaded position. So while it was looking good, it is no longer looking good. This guy can't throw for shit. Oh, here we go. I'll take it back. Ooh, right there. Okay, he's thrown his grenade. You need to get the fuck out of the way now. And we should probably swing with not that guy. Alright, let's keep seeing what we're seeing. Okay, not quite a kill. That's okay. Close threat again, which means a frag once again. We don't want to fight these barricaded enemy, we just want to kill them. Good kill. There's one extra threat down there. Let's see if he peeks again. Let it breathe. We have time. We don't have to rush into this. And we have a lot of open doors. There's open here, threat here, threat here, threat here, threat here, threat, and threat. So this is an absolute death trap. So what we want to do is let's get some lads on these key points. Okay, I think that one's an important one. I think this one's an important one. And this guy probably doesn't have much. He can probably just hold the really tight one. Probably not necessary actually, but... Alright, and then what we want is to actually chip away at one of these angles. We can reload light blue and then just kind of put him in the middle to help green because that angle is rather long. But orange is doing most of the work right now. And look, I think we can actually scoot down here. I think we're looking not too bad to scoot. Or we can try to tackle this top bunch. We have a couple of tricky angles. I think I want to get to the back of the building, so I think I'm going to scoot. So, as such, let's scooty scoot scoot. And we'll send light blue as kind of his cover. Yeah, maybe we don't need to go all the way to where we're going. Maybe just the car is enough. And honestly, if we could dig out this little area, we could potentially just use these pieces of cover for a much better kind of... Alright, yep, we can. So that's not covered, this is cover though. Alright, let's put 2 lads up on this. We only really get fucked if there's a barricaded enemy. Yeah, that guy took a hit. See, he's used a frag. Green hasn't used anything. So we do want to bring green with us. I was trying to decide which one we want to bring with us, but I think we're going to keep it this way. And honestly, we're actually in a pretty good spot to just... let me just line these lines up best I can. We're actually in a pretty good spot to take this if we want. We can just kind of skirt down here. And if we can free up top here, maybe we don't need to do this whole back shenanigans. Alright, I'm willing to give that a go. Let's use our injured lad and just kind of let him work a little bit. See what's happening. There is a little bit of angles here, but hopefully it's nothing too hectic.
Alpha, go.
I really can't expose myself anymore. This room's looking pretty dangerous. I mean, the workaround's to come this way, but then, yeah, no. It's not worth the squeeze. So let's just get out. We'll deal with this later. Alright, the boys are putting in really good work, actually. We're going to give this guy a quick reload. Alright, he's up. This guy can have a reload. Roxy can have a little one. And Grub can have one as well. Alright, everyone's good. Let's go with Grub first, because he's our most healthiest. And, oh, that's why you check your angles, I guess. I really didn't expect anyone to be there, but that's why we check him. He might have had an angle through here if he just walked out just a little bit. We need somebody to cover long. Blind fire from inside the room. No dramas at all there. Let's keep swinging so we can see through the hedges. and get guys in a position to help. Okay. We've got a couple of rocket launchers, so we can punch a room if we want to, but I don't think we really need to right now. I don't think we need to take that. Good shooting. And we are pretty clear. We're going to just punch this whole thing and use any windows and shit as an extra little opportunity. Okay, window blockers, so we're not getting through them. So let's just keep pushing forward. Oh, we actually have to hop over this. God, that's annoying. Okay. Well, we gotta do what we gotta do. Actually, once we get over, let's jump over here. That window's draped, which is really nice. Let's get all the lads over. Okay, is this window blocked as well? It is. This one's just draped though, so we can potentially have a look at what's going on. But we're kind of doing a really good job of swinging around. I kind of want to keep maintaining that pressure. So let's keep it going. I mean, honestly, probably Spive could handle this himself, I reckon. Famous last words. Ooh, okay, this one's open. There's a machine gunner in there. I think we can try to take the machine gunner. Okay, that's a bit rough. We're gonna frag that because we know there's two. Time to swing. Ooh, there's a third. Okay, third makes it interesting. We could try to double swing, something like this. We are risking two guys that are both medium or taken lightly injured. But it did work. That's beautiful. Alright, let's push up and hold this room. Okay, we are holding it. I'm gonna check the fucking long angle out here. Nice, got a kill there. I don't know if there's a need to push up beyond this. We can potentially get more information on the side of this building. I think we should check out this one though. Let's hold this before we... Good work, good work. Alright. So we've got a pretty good grab of the inside of this one, to be honest. But we can't make entry over here. We could make entry over here by jumping in the window. There's a small risk that we get ourselves killed though. Let's jump across to this window. See if that changes anything. It does not. Alright, I think I'm going to push the outside here and see if there's anything else we can utilize. Mainly worried about this room up here. Oh, it looks like the truck's blocking our point of view. That's really good actually. I thought I saw someone up the back there in this room up here, but might have been wrong. Ooh. Okay, let's give this guy a quick reload before we fuck around with this guy again. Oh, nice. And another guy coming out. Can the militia deal with that, please? Thank you. Alright, actually pretty good. Alright, real quick. Just because I don't want to be surprised. Alright, that's beautiful. Hey. I think at this stage here, we might be best off hitting it from the front. I don't think it's worth jumping in the window just in case we get clipped. I think we've done so much from the external that I don't know how much more we can really do. And I'm starting to chop away at this building up here before I've finished with this. Yeah, I can't tell if I can be seen or not. Fuck that. Alright, let's give that a grenade. Probably over here. Fuck, I don't know. I guess close enough to the window. Out the front door. Okay, keep checking. Oh, exposing ourselves to a fair bit of this room, actually. I think we need to collapse Roxy. Nah, fuck, I didn't pause it. I just went to check on something. Alright, so I think we need to change something up. I don't know that these two are necessarily doing anything. The green guy is more important than the blue because he's in a connecting room, whereas blue's on a dead end, more or less, because I don't count this as the rest of the building. Orange is in a fucking terrible spot. I've kind of bitten off probably a bit too much with him. So I think orange definitely wants to... Oh man, I'll still not pause. What the fuck is wrong with me? Alright, let's get some of these reloads going. And then we need to figure out what we want to do. Okay. If we jump in the building, it could actually give us a pretty good go of things. Let's jump in with green and immediately hate our lives. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Alright, green is not dead. That's outstanding. Alright, at this stage here, I don't know if we need light blue doing what light blue's doing. There's also a risk of someone being on the kind of close angle back here, but... This is awful. This is where you'd normally flip. And we really want to go this way, actually. We don't want to go this way. That goes away from our friends. If we can connect up, then it frees up Roxy to come join the stack. So we're going to bump across a little bit. Green's going to cover. And we're going to flash this room and just fucking go it. If you can flash it properly. Thank you. Alright, as soon as it's ready, we're just taking it. Small risk of someone being over here. I guess because of that, maybe we try to get out. And we just take the long angle to protect him. Let's see it. Oh, shit. Okay, really good take there, to be honest. Very risky, but we held it. We pulled it off. We pulled it off. Before we take that door, let's just see if we saw anything when we're passing this bullshit. Okay, we got one guy over there. Alright, we might lure him out. So he's getting closer. We got him. Alright, let's jump back over here. I mean, let's just cover it for now. Until as soon as he's got it, we'll get light blue in here. Light blue can have a look and then swing all the way around. I guess we're manually breaching this thing. Probably about here is good enough. Green's in the shittest spot right now. Whoa, 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 where'd that guy come from? Right there, I'm guessing. Oh, he might come out of here. Okay, green needs to move then. Okay, people are taking hits. We need to get green out of his spot. He kind of needs to be here, to be honest. So we can cover that and that. Yeah, that door is open. So someone did swing it. Okay. As soon as it's ready, let's just back up a little bit. Swing around.
Holding.
Nothing on the left, it looks like. Let's punch in. Okay, dead end room. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Get a couple of reloads going once again. No, we won't reload that guy just yet. Yeah, we really don't want to push in here because it opens too many avenues. I think we want to keep going this way. And it's almost definitely a flashbang on this corner as well. So let's just work towards that. Alright, this means green can chuck a quick reload and just watch this door to our rear. That's about the best we can do with that bang. Yeah, we're way too late on this. But room is clear, which means we can just hop in. And we've got quite a few angles to work with here, actually. So we've got 2 open doors, which are in terrible spots. So we're just gonna have to see what we can do with that. Point him at the corner, because he might be able to dig out this corner as well. Okay, this is actually what they call in the business horrible. Because this is one of those cabinet rooms with the hard cover that we can't see behind. So this is a real shitty room to clear. This one looks like it has it as well. So they're both going to be tricky to clear. I think at this stage, I would rather get out and tackle it from the top down. So I think that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to hold probably Roxy, I reckon. Get this guy out if we can. It doesn't like it. Let's jump out of the fucking thing. Alright, we gotta... No, we won't run just yet. We will check this, and then about here we'll start sprinting. Here we'll start sprinting. Same thing with here, and we go all the way up here. Where do we say we need to come over the top to look at this? You know, so much shit in the way. Okay. Light Blue's not in a great spot, but at least he's got range, which is pretty important to have when you're a well-trained soldier. Okay. Checking out this entry point a little bit better. At least we don't have to worry about long angles because we already have kind of unfucked that situation. Let's get up and ready. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to come across here, and this guy's going to swing that. Yep, nice long angle, that's why we do it. We're going to check long once again. Okay, I can't see anything, I'm going to give this a quick dip. And then back. Alright, And we are good. So from here, we need to focus on over this way with our 2 militia. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to try to not expose them unnecessarily and get orange in a position to cover them. He's exposed already. I fucked it. Okay, but I'm willing to accept that that is good enough for now. Okay, this room doesn't look too bad from what I'm seeing on the initial entry. Probably better to tackle it from this direction. Okay. Now we just have this other part of the building to deal with. You can see a little bit better, which is nice, but not great. Still a small cutout here. There's an extra room on the end and obviously a room to the left as well. I think if we can free up green, we might even use green a little bit. We can't really free him up unless we take this. Do you want green to try to take that himself? Be an absolute fucking hero? I'm down. I'm down to let green have his hero moment. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, dude, was he just in one of the nooks and crannies and we missed him? Okay, green's a hero. Green's definitely a hero. I can't believe we just lost fucking grub that way. Oh! Okay, I suck. And we've lost this guy. Oh my god. Okay, okay, hang on. Yellow's the redemption. He's on the redemption tour. The fucking bad guy's around here somewhere. You just need to find him. We didn't kill him, right? There he is. Okay. So we know there's one guy in here. And yellow's gonna fucking deal with him. Okay, we can't quite see him. Bro. Stop losing the one-on-ones. Alright. I think we just have to fucking make do with this. It is not ideal, especially because these are like they are. But I guess because of this, it's not actually... Oh, for fuck's sake. They were at that one. I mean, you gotta pick one, right? Okay, let's do business with this guy. The last of the SWAT. Okay, okay. At least we know. Oh, it's a foreign advisor. Fuck me. These guys are a bit better trained than my militia. So we're never going to win a one-on-one. Oh. Fuck. Oh. Is that right? Dude. Ah, the fucking SWAT are dead! No! Fuck. Man, that was honestly going so good all the way up until it wasn't. There were so many enemy on that fucking mission. I thought we'd done a really good controlled fucking flow of everything. It was missing that one guy in amongst all the cabinetry in this first room, which is why you like to hit stuff with 2, because there's always a chance you're just circling each other, which is exactly what happened there. It doesn't happen often, but when it happens, it's a really shit way to go down. Damn. What an absolute shame that was. As soon as we lost Grub, the whole thing fell apart.
Alpha,
And then we
go.
kind of like sacrificed 2 militia to this guy over here, to be fair, but I really thought we could have taken it. But man, this was... Ah, what a shame this would have dead. It sucks. I thought we gave them a lot of work to do, there's no doubt about that, but I think they done really well, especially getting all the way around the outside here. That actually freed up so many angles and stuff like that. Like, I didn't have to worry about so much of it. This was probably our only little sloppy bit, because we knew there was someone there. We probably should just fragged it from the outset. We kind of got hit for no reason. And then control a couple of buildings, get Grub fucking running around. He's doing pretty good, actually. Having those 2 set up like that, 2 militia with M16s are really good for Overwatch. Yes, this is what we should have done on this room down here. Is just frag it first and then worry about it. Is this when I fuck off? It is. Alright. But we're circling around. We're going to make the risky play of entering the building. Do it with the militia because I don't want to lose my assault. And then straight on doors. Horrible to take, but a good flash should help us out. And we got the job done. Couple of long angles here, mainly like one dude, but took care of him as well. That guy snuck out. That's when I realized that we weren't covering everything that we should have been covering. Some mobile enemies do make it difficult. Quick reloads and then get back into it. Oh boy. Yeah, we bail out of that. It's just not... Unless we're flowing both with flashbangs, it's just not going to work. So there's no point trying to force your way into one because you're potentially just going to get crossfired by the other. So fuck it. Dart around, change it up. And change it up we did indeed. 2-man jobs, just switch each other around a little bit. And here we go, this fucking room. So he must have been here somewhere. Here somewhere. Yeah, he just fucking roamed around us. What a dog. Spivey was doing really well up until he died, which I guess is the case for just about every shooter. We've got a redemption up for Bangarang here, if he can pull it off. And he cannot. We picked left, we got it wrong. There was threats actually to the right. But then, oh, got that guy. But then this fucking room, look at this. Holy moly. Slaughtered. The last of the militia to go down. Alright, so at the end of that, this is how we're looking. Our last 2 guys left alive are Rizzler and Bluey. The SWAT, they're done for. See you later. So, I think we're nearing the end of the mission. The challenge. And I'll see you on the next episode. Peace!